Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Talked About Sports, and I'm Eric Park with the great DC Northcutt.
What's up, guys? I'm DC Northcutt. We're going to have some fun today.
Yes, sir. We're here at the Crazy Cajun in Beaumont, Texas, 2310 North 11th Street. They have a lot of great specials for you. They have a $7.99 a pound crawfish special going on, as well as $2 mimosas, man. You can't go wrong with $2 mimosas, right? Get the day started off. Get your body warmed up from this freezing cold temperatures we've had here lately. We're going to get into some spring training baseball, followed into what we think is going to happen throughout the season with this COVID year going along, what we think might happen, as well as our great Houston Astros, get into a lot of things that's changed with them and the depth chart, what's going on. So just go ahead and get ready for a great baseball special. Like I said, I'm Eric Park.
I'm DC Northcutt. Go Rangers.
There you go. We'll go ahead and start off with a little bit of spring training. You know, the pitchers and catchers have already reported for most Major League Baseball clubs here. I think starters, the utility players and everything come into effect next week, right?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken. It's my favorite time of the year.
Favorite time of the year. I'm more of a football player. We got our baseball player expertise right here. But, as far as the Houston Astros goes, they have a little bit of a change with George Springer being gone. Everybody knows about the hometown hero, been there a long time, going over to the Blue Jays now. It's going to leave a open void for them as far as their leadoff spot and their center fielder. What do you think about maybe who's going to cover that slack for them, bro?
If I had to put one name out there, I would probably say Kyle Tucker. I mean, he's been with them for a while. He was their biggest prospect a couple of years back, so that's probably going to be who takes over that spot, and he's really started to come around a little bit.
Yeah, he has. He picked it up a little bit last year. As far as a bit of a disappointment in their World Series year. You know, I think he had like a couple of call-ups to the major leagues, but last year he's come along a lot better, starting to show a lot of poise, a lot of development. You know,
there's going to be a lot of changes on the side of the Astros this year. You're going to have to probably get used to life without Justin Verlander. I mean, he's getting up in age. I remember watching him whenever he was young and clean cut and clean shaven for the Tigers. I mean, he was young and a flamethrower back then. The fact is, he's just not what he used to be, man. It's not his fault. Age is catching up with him.
He's coming off of Tommy John surgery. Yes. Not going to be with the ball club this year. It's going to leave a big void for him in that number one, that big number one starting. So with that 1-2 punch now, it's going to have to fall upon Greinke and I believe McCullers.
Yeah, Lance McCullers most definitely.
You know, coming off of Tommy John as well, and throwing that curveball as much as he does. It's going to be interesting to see how he is going to have to change his game to kind of play into that elbow and that Tommy John, as important as that is.
It's always tough when you bring in a guy like Justin Verlander and you have some major success with him, like the World Series they won, and then
they got back.
Years later, you have to start adjusting to life without him. I mean, it was a good deal for Verlander. He came to Houston, and it's almost like they squeezed out the last little bit of juice he had left.
It paid off with him. I believe that they're going to have a little bit of help coming up with the youngster Whitley. I think he's going to have a big year coming up.
Oh yes.
Last year a bit of a disappointment. He dropped a little bit as far as prospects in the top 100 goes. I believe he dropped out of the top 100 prospects in Major League Baseball. But I believe Urquidy, he showed a lot of poise last year, a lot of promise for him. Wasn't expected really.
No.
So
Jose Urquidy is a good young arm. He proved that in the World Series against the Nationals. He pitched wonderful. Just came out of nowhere. Nobody really knew who he was.
I believe the Valdez kid's gonna be all right too.
Another big question mark with the Astros is, what are you going to do for a closer's position? Because,
like I said earlier, they're going to have karaoke tonight on Saturday night. Usually have it on Thursday nights, but like with the deep freeze we've had in Southeast Texas, that's crazy to say.
Yeah, you Yankees can have y'all's cold weather. I'll tell you that right now.
But getting into the bulk of Major League Baseball, I want to talk about what we think is going to happen, and I'm going to go ahead and jump out there. We've talked earlier about how we think the Padres are going to be good. I think people need to watch out for these Chicago White Sox, man. I don't know. I guess it's just with A.J. Hinch going over there now. He's the new manager for the ball club. I think that's going to be a big improvement for them. They got bats already.
Oh, man.
And Them Atlanta Braves, man. People can't talk enough about the Atlanta Braves, I don't think.
No, they can't. They pulled off some big acquisitions. Most notably, you got Marcell Ozuna, who is a beast at hitting the ball. You got Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yeah, Acuna, man. And then you got Charlie. You said Charlie Morton coming in to be a pitching staff. You know, another thing, a team I think that shocked people this year is going to be the New York Mets.
Of course.
The Mets, you know, of course DeGrom, man. Jacob DeGrom's a workhorse, and now they have the little Mighty Mouse and Marcus Stroman coming in. Huh?
He's short, but he
5'7",
like
I think 5'8", maybe.
He throws a baseball like he's 6'5". Man.
Yes, he does, man. He uses the whole 5'8" of him uses that torque. What else you think surprises people in Major League Baseball this year?
The team you were talking about earlier is the Padres, man. I am extremely impressed what they've done in free agency. They went out and made some big signings with Blake Snell. Blake Snell from the Rays.
That was a big signing.
They went and got Yu Darvish, a former Ranger. I'm kind of heartbroken. I loved Darvish when he was with Rangers. But
I loved Yu Darvish too because the Astros fed off of him.
Oh, you got jokes. They've got Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh man, they just signed him
into a star.
A lot of people are talking about this contract that he just signed. I think he got 300. He's over $300 million.
Okay.
I know that what he signed to. I'm not for sure exact on the years, but a lot of people are talking about how the money, the guaranteed money he was given, and I think it's a bargain because that dude does not. You can't say enough about what he does for that ball team, that ball club. It just hurts that they're in the NL West against the Dodgers. Man, I can't stand the Dodgers. I'm an Astros fan, but, man, I got to give them respect, you know. They won the World Series, and
it only took them 8 tries, but they finally won it.
And I look for them to be right back in. You got to take a jab when you can, right? I look for them to be back into the NL West leaders.
Of course.
As far as the rest of the Yankees, man.
You got to put the Yankees in the conversation.
I hate to say it, but they're going to be back. The Red Sox, you know, they're trending down.
Yes,
the Rays are trending up. They're going to be a little bit of a problem for them, but I don't think they're going to be a problem enough to where the Yankees can't overcome and win the division.
The Red Sox are going to be a big question mark because they lost another big name.
They lost everybody.
Andrew Benintendi. He's gone. He's not a Red Sox anymore.
It's a wholesale as far as if you want somebody to go talk to the Red Sox, they're probably willing to trade them.
Pretty much.
You know,
they have one household name in Chris Sale. I say household name because he's been there for a little bit, but
you know,
he hasn't really performed since he's been with the Red Sox except for 1 year.
He's a little bit down.
Yep.
Yeah, you know. So I think, as far as that goes, it's going to be the Yankees. I think the Yankees win the East.
Yes.
I think the Central's a little bit up in the air as far as the White Sox or the Twins. We ain't talked about the Twins. You know, they're coming off. I think they won the division last year.
They did.
I look for them to be a wild card this year. I think the White Sox win the division. As far as the West goes in the AL, I look for the Astros to win it. In NL, what do you think of the NL? What's going to happen?
The National League, very, very dangerous league in itself, man. They're always pesky, especially one team that I'm looking forward to seeing what they do is the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah,
they're always dangerous.
Yeah. We didn't talk about the NL Central.
They picked up Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, they did pick up Arenado. You're sure right. They got him from the Rockies.
Yes.
I think that they win the division. That was my pick for the NL Central. The Cubs I look for to be a wild card contender. Now, as far as the NL, we went to NL West with the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers win.
The Dodgers probably win that.
And
but don't count out the Padres.
The Padres I look for to be the wild card is my opinion. That's who I think it goes for. You know, it's going to be an interesting year. I think that the East I'm going to go with the Braves. I think the Braves walk away, but don't count out the Mets.
And you also have to throw in the Philadelphia Phillies.
I don't think they're pitching. Just don't do it for me, man. I think the Braves win the East, and then I look for the Mets to be the other wild card contender.
I say the Mets, but I'm a big Bryce Harper fan.
Yeah,
I like Bryce Harper.
They got bats.
I've always wanted him to come to Texas.
Pitching.
I want to see what he can do when he hits the ball.
They just don't have pitching. Now, I want to go ahead and let y'all know we're gonna have a little bit of inside bet going on. We're gonna bet a swamp burger here at the Great Crazy Cajun, and I'm gonna go with my Astros head to head now.
Yep.
Not overall record, but head to head we'll do it. as far as with the Rangers, right? You want to do that bet?
We're definitely going to
do that bet. You want to let the Roku world know who? Okay, then we're going to do that. We'll knock it down. Knock it down.
Right on.
All right, there we go. We got a little bet going on.
Whoever's team wins the Lone Star
Series.
Series.
Yes, that's right.
That person
the
gets
boot,
a Swamp Monster.
Win the boot, baby. We're going to win the silver boot.
Get ready because that's coming home with us.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We really appreciate y'all tuning in, and you can find us on Kevin Steele's TV on Roku. It's 1813 TV, actually, matter of fact, on Roku. So I'm Eric Park.
I'm DC Northcutt. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Appreciate it.